Hey, what's up, YouTube? It's Austin here. I guess I should say, hey, it's Austin, the intro of this whole, YouTube channel thing. Still trying to come up with a decent name for this channel, so, because hey, it's Austin just sounds really stupid and weird, so. Um, but if you like it, whatever, I'll stick with it. I haven't been on for a while, and I apologize for that. I've just been really busy with things, and I'd get some new things in, and fully intend to make a video, and I just never would. So we're gonna kind of do a little bit of a mega video here, I guess. I've got one thing here to unbox, and then I'm just gonna show off some recent pickups, through deals with Adidas and whatnot, and just kind of show you maybe a little bit what I've been up to in my I guess 2-3 month absence now. It's almost kind of ridiculous. So without further ado, I'll just go ahead and get right into it. And you know what? It's right before the finals. I'll go ahead and give some finals predictions and maybe what's going to happen with Tampa Bay and Montreal. But anyway, let's get right into it. This is actually something really awesome, and I'm really excited to open this because it's something I've been wanting for a very long time. I never thought I would even be able to get it, because when I was buying up things, I had a couple of other priorities first, and this one was just kind of something that was maybe a little lower on the list, but it was still on the list, and I was hoping to get one of these before they sold out. Adidas was having a sale, and they're still having a sale, so if you want some cheap jerseys, I think you can get they're 40% off, and then if you use the extra 20% off coupon, then you get another 20 or 25 off, I think. So you can essentially get one of the jerseys they've got available for about $90, so it's about 50% off the full retail price. But I won't bore you with these details. I'll just get right to it. I guess before I open it, maybe throw in the comments what you think it is. I think that's been working well with guys like Neil and BA Sports and whoever. Oh yeah, BA Sports and Stevie, the Enforcer Bradley. Give a shout out to you guys. So before I open this up, any guesses on what it is? All right, here we go. Oh, that's nice. This is the Boston Bruins Reverse Retro. And, of course, I'm wearing my Carolina Hartford one. And, wow, this thing is beautiful. It's plastic. Let's go ahead and get that out. Let you guys take a look at it. Wow. Okay. So, there you go. Up close look at the B. Well, it's up close as I can get it. Up close logo of the B. Up close Meth Bear. Say Adidas size 50. Boston throwback to 1990. And wow, this is even better looking than I thought it would be. Honestly, this was one of my favorites when it first came out. When they first announced they were reverse retros anyway. I really liked Boston's and I really liked Montreal's. And sorry, we'll get the more formal shot this way. But I really liked Boston's. I really liked Montreal's. And I had an opportunity to get the Montreal one, and I just didn't. And I'm glad I kind of didn't now because I really wanted this one. And I think in my previous video for the Bruins alternate jersey, the Bruins third jersey, I kind of thought about maybe getting David Pastrnak on the back of it because he's probably one of my favorite players in the league and certainly my favorite Bruin. But I think I'm going to get David Pastrnak on the back of this one and put Patrice Bergeron on the back of that third. And then I've got the 2019 Winter Classic as well, and I think I'll put Brad Marchand on the back of that just to kind of have all three of the perfection line. I call it the Ratatouille line for obvious reasons. You got the rat, you got the Frenchie, and then you got pasta. Haha, right? Okay. But no, I'm really, really stoked to have this in my collection now. I'm really excited to get it sent off. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the Lake Tahoe patch sewn on it or not. The actual Lake Tahoe game jerseys, I don't believe had them, which I think was a missed opportunity. But I definitely want the patch because that was just an amazing event in the history of the league, in sports, in this whole weird COVID season that we've had. And it was really awesome to see it, especially when it got dark. That nice sunset, dusky scene was just, chef's kiss, And kind of on to other things, some more recent pickups. These should have really warranted their own video, but I'm busy and lazy. So here's an Atlanta Thrashers home jersey I picked up about a couple weeks ago. It is an adult small in the CCM, which almost kind of fits like a youth XL. And I actually have a Bruins Youth XL in Pro Player that fits more like an adult small than this does. So this is really tight around the chest. Normally I don't have an issue wearing smalls, but this one, I don't know, maybe it's mislabeled, but either way I still like it. I'd love to have a blue one at some point, the powder blue one at some point, but this one's certainly awesome, and it's certainly nice, nostalgic throwback to the 90s and early 2000s. Okay, we'll just set that there. The Buffalo Sabres were also having a sale, and they still are. You can still buy these things pretty cheap. This is a Fanatics, so, not great, but I had $27, and this was $27, so match made in heaven, right? Yeah, I don't know. I might you kind of use this one as a bit of a practice jersey to sew stuff onto. I did a Wings Sergei Fedorov. I might do a video for that one. I didn't get any video of the process, but I did customize my Pro Player Sergei Fedorov jersey, and it looks amazing. So I might put maybe like Rasmus Dahlin on the back of this. I guess he's really one of the only Sabres I actually like now. That might be on the team in 6 months. Other team store sales, and this one, I have a white away version of this jersey, but I didn't have the home, and the home just looks so good. It, like, you think you know how good this thing looks until you actually have it, and it's almost kind of like I took a trip up to DC a few years ago, and one of the things I noticed is you could just kind of feel the power of that city. This is one of those jerseys you can just kind of feel the power and a lot of the greatness of this hockey jersey, and I'm so happy I got it. So the Montreal Canadiens home jersey, and this of course has Max Domi on the back of it because I bought it for like $40 on sale at the Tricolor Sports store. And this is one of my favorite jerseys now. I love this thing. It's so pretty. The shade of red that they use as the base is absolutely gorgeous. It's different than every other shade of red in the league. The blue pops really well. And, that logo, the CH logo is just, it's gorgeous. Part of me wants to strip this. This was done by the team customizer, so I don't really want to strip it, but at the same time, I don't really want Max Domi on the back of my jersey. I'd much rather have Price or Cole Caulfield or something like that. But, oh well, it's nice anyway. And go Habs for the final, so that's neat. Another playoff team. I got this thing pretty cheap a few weeks ago. It was right before the playoffs started. This is another customized jersey. This is not an NHL store customized jersey either. This has really nice tackle twill logos, something you might find from Cool Hockey, Hockey Authentic, certainly EPS, Keener, sorry, not Kenner, Keener. Quality customization. These are amazing customization. The jersey itself, I think it's kind of underrated. I'm not going to say it's great, but I think it's kind of underrated and definitely didn't deserve a lot of the hate that it got. It's really clean looking, and it's actually one of my favorite Canes jerseys now, ironic enough. But Elite 1C Victor Rask. Okay. And this is probably another recent one I got maybe a couple days ago from the Hockey Monkey sale. And this is, I finally have a Red Wings Adidas home jersey. Because I've got two of the aways that are both blank, and I'm kind of contemplating who to put on the back of them. And this was $55 American, so this was amazing. I've got the reverse retro as well. I've got everything else except the Stadium Series from the Red Wings, and I think the Barber Pole jersey from the Red Wings. So this is a great addition to my collection, and I'm excited to put. I'm thinking I'll put Moritz Seider on the back of that. I originally had him pegged on one of those white jerseys I have, but I think I'm going to put him on the red home. I've already got a Made in Canada practice jersey with Moritz Seider on the back of it, which is gorgeous. It's my most valuable jersey I own. I don't have any crazy gamers or anything like that, but that one's awesome. So, and then another eBay pickup, and this is a pretty common one. The Minnesota Wild white away jersey, and I picked this up maybe for $40, and it's a year one, but it's still awesome. Obviously, I'm probably doing the most normie thing ever and putting Kirill the Thrill on the back of it. And I definitely want the 20th, I guess it would go, the 20th anniversary patch on there as well. And I'm kind of contemplating doing it myself. I've never worked with 2-layer twill before. I can't imagine it would be different than the single layer that I've already kind of sewn on to my did my Sergei Fedorov jersey in. But, it's just another step before you can actually sew it on. Either way, this is gorgeous. This is one of my favorite jerseys in the league, and I'm happy I have it in an Adidas. I had it originally in a Fanatics that I got for about $20, but I saw this deal, and I just had to jump on it. And last but certainly not least, this is one I'd kind of been eyeing for a while. I originally wanted the later version of this. You'll see. It's the original Dallas Stars jersey when they moved from Minnesota. This is in a starter. I love this thing, and I love starters and pro players. I think the pro players are a little bit better, but the starters are very nice. I love the quality of the material they use on them. That kind of flow knit material. It's not quite the air knit stuff that's on the Adidas, and it's a little bit better than that kind of woven material that they use on the Reeboks and Adidas. I'm not really a big fan of that material. I wish they would go back to the heavier stuff that they used on this. And the cool things about starters, if you don't have any, they do have the double shoulders and the double elbows. So if you can see, well, you probably can't, but this side, I've got the double elbow, so you can see the stitching, that little black stitch in the middle of all that white. So there's reinforced elbows, there's reinforced shoulders. The logos aren't the greatest on these, like they tend to bubble up and kind of fall apart pretty quick, but because they're directly embroidered to the jersey, they're not embroidered to another piece and then put on the jersey. It's a direct embroider, so they're going to fall apart a lot quicker. The pro players, I think, are a little bit nicer, especially anything made in Canada. But the starters, you can usually find them pretty cheap. So if you ever are in the market and you see one, get it. It's a good buy. And that's, I guess, it for jerseys. To move on to the Stanley Cup Final, I guess probably the most interesting Stanley Cup Final we've had in probably the last 30 years or so. Ever since they realigned the divisions and the conferences to East to West instead of I guess it's the Campbell and Wales conferences that they used to have. But we've got the Montreal Canadiens and the Tampa Bay Lightning. And two Atlantic Division teams, so me being a Red Wings fan, really shouldn't have a horse in this race, but I can definitively say I hate Tampa a lot more than I hate Montreal. So I'm definitely going to be cheering for the Habs. They're kind of the underdog this year. I think I actually saw something maybe a day or two ago that showed the betting odds on them, that Montreal's actually has better odds to win, has the best odds to win. So I guess they're not really underdogs anymore. But to kind of go into some explanation as to why I think Montreal could pull this off, and maybe why they don't. But with Montreal, what they've been doing is it's basically been the 90s Devils, but on steroids. Like the 90s Devils had a team full of grinders. Well, it's kind of selling some of them short, but essentially a team full of grinders, but they executed their neutral zone trap system perfectly. They also had a goalie in Martin Brodeur who would pretty much just shut down any attempt to dump and chase the puck at all, because he'd just go into the corner. You clear it into the corner, he goes to the corner, starts the breakout. Well, now with Montreal, you've got a team that's, I think, executing a better version of that trap that you really can't do anymore because of the two-line pass rule, all that. But I think they're doing a much better version of the neutral zone trap, and I think they're a lot more aggressive with it. Because what they do, they're doing a typical 1-2-2 forecheck, right? It's a 1-2-2 forecheck. And really what they're doing is especially what they were doing with Vegas, is when they would try to get the defenseman to start the breakout in the zone, they pass it up to the winger. And of course, Montreal, their centerman, is going to come in and crash that winger and take away the passing lanes. And then the other winger is going to come in and cut him off right there. And then you've got a defenseman, maybe a defenseman, I don't know, I'm not the best strategist in the world, that'll come up, and you've got three guys trapping one guy. There's no outlet, and this is all at their own blue line. Like, if they get past it, then the only way to beat Montreal is if Tampa Bay starts trapping, and if they start dumping and chasing. And Tampa, knowing their skill team, they've got guys up front like Kucherov. They've got, Braden Point, obviously Steven Stamkos. They're probably not going to want to dump and chase. John Cooper's not really a dump and chase coach, and they're going to have to dump and chase the right way, because if they try to do a hard dump in, a hard dump in from the wing and try to nail it off the boards and go get it, Montreal's defensemen are probably going to get there first. If they try to rim it around, do a hard rim around the boards, and Carey Price is going to get there. He's going to come out and play it into the, that's the end of it, and they're going to start the breakout. Kind of like Martin Brodeur all over again, sort of. But basically their only thing they can do is do a cross-ice dump and hope that their wingers can get there before Montreal's defensemen have to turn back around and go chase the puck. That's probably the only way you're going to beat this Canadiens trapping team, because they're executing that neutral zone trap just about perfect. And, they're all buying in. They're all getting rest. You're seeing guys like Corey Perry, who have just gone into another gear. You're seeing Eric Stahl, who looks better than the 4th or 5th round pick, I guess, they gave up to get him. And, you're seeing, Cole Caulfield, Nick Suzuki and Jesperi Kotkaniemi just totally come into their own in this playoffs. And they've been really fun to watch. I said at the beginning of the year, and I got a lot of shit for it, that if this Montreal team gets to the playoffs, they're going to be a bitch to play against. And I was right. I don't have any Twitter followers to, reshare that tweet, but, I was right. I didn't think they would get this far. I thought maybe they'd get to the second round or the conference finals, or they would just be tough to play against in the first round. But, oh boy, like they did it. Every time somebody new comes along and it's like, they'll never make it past Winnipeg. They'll just get Toronto just folded like a beat up lawn chair. Winnipeg's just going to crush them. Winnipeg in 4. Well, 4 games, not the way you thought it was. I guess to quote the other guys, that didn't really go the way you thought it would, did it? But no, and then they get to Vegas, and I'm like, they'll probably lose to Vegas. Vegas is just too good. And the team they probably would want in that matchup anyway was Colorado, but lo and behold, they beat Vegas. And but Tampa's going to be tough, and I think either way we should see a good series. This should be a good, probably 7 games. But I think if you're going to ask me to predict something, I'm going to go ahead and say Montreal in 7. There you have it, right from the horse's mouth. But anyway, I should probably wrap this one up. I'm trying to catch up, trying to do content a little more regularly. It won't just be jerseys and unboxings and stuff like that. I'm going to try to actually do some hockey stuff, real hockey stuff. Whether it's just reactions, analysis, reviews, whatever. I'm not going to try to overlap with Shannon, because that's just, no one can overlap with Shannon at this point. He's too good at what he does, and I definitely won't be that good. But if I'm happy to share more about my collection and stuff like that with you guys. If you like this content and you like what you see, like, share, subscribe, send it off to anybody you think would like it, and stay tuned for more content.